A dead clock can tell time correctly twice every day. Hello, I'm O.W. Cheng and this is Osara Willy YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to get the best samples of life teachings and literature articles. Now, in our discussion today, we're going to wonder, how can you make yourself a better person? The year 2023 has rolled on. January is going far behind, and people are wondering how they can make themselves better. I'm going to espouse 5 principles that can help you become a better you in 2023. The very first thing to do to become a better person is to focus. The Pareto principle supposes that 80% of our results come from only 20% of the things we do. Therefore, becoming a better you lies on the fact that you can focus on 20% of the things you do. Give a lot of your energy to 20% of the things you do, because a large percentage of your good results will come just from 20%. You then need to focus on your priorities as an individual to make you a better person. There is a story about a horse and a stork. One day a stork was walking by the horse, and the stork tells the horse, I can fly in the air, I can dive in the sea, I can run wherever I want, even on the ground, but you're just a horse, you can only walk. How pitiful. And then the horse looked down at the stork and told it, you know what? You're a jack of all trades. You may fly in the sky, but you cannot fly as good as the eagle. So you're not good at that. You may jump in the water, but you cannot swim and live in the water like the fish. So you're not excellent there. And again, you may walk on the land, but you're not as good and as strong as I am. Look at me. Men desire me because I can walk with strength. I can pull chariots. I'm strong. And that's why they look for me when they want to entertain themselves in their chariot games. What of you? I'm better at the one thing that I focus on. Many times in 2023, when you focus on the things that you've set as your priority, regardless of the limitations and the drawbacks, you will become a better person. Just like the rays of the sun, if it spreads all over, it does nothing. But if you take a lens and focus it at a particular point, it can even burn an excellent plastic. The power of focus. 2, rethink what you give up. Along the way, sometimes we have to give up a few things for the people we love, for the jobs we do, for the peace around us. But what is the true cost of that which you give up? This year, before you sacrifice or give up anything, think about it twice. Is it worth the sacrifice? Now, in Hans Christian Andersen's classic, The Little Mermaid, a story is told of a man-made girl named Ariel. Now, she gives up her beautiful voice in order to get legs so she can walk. This mermaid gave up her life in the sea to have a human soul. Don't do that all the time. Many times we give up what we have simply because we want the next. The grass in the neighbor's compound look green, but if we knew that the tank is leaking in the neighbor's home, then we wouldn't have jumped for that. Before you jump what you have, take a really good countdown on the things you have. Your blessings have far much more value than you put them. There are people who long to have what you have. Always take charge of what you have. Now, the next thing, you should feed your dreams. Do not starve your dreams. I remember a story long time ago I was told by my grandmother about this fish that could walk like a mermaid again, who found a man swimming on the lake. And out of joy and exhilaration, the mermaid decided to pick up this man, hugged the man tightly, and dragged the man with her under the sea, out of joy and the desire to own him. Unknown to the mermaid, this man required oxygen and could not live down there. There are particular dreams this year that only you can carry. There are people, if you drag them along with you, they will make you lose the gist of your dream. Always take a point of identifying those who have similar dreams with you. In every dream you have, there is a particular place that you must go alone. You must do it alone. You don't share with anybody, not a friend, not a colleague. Pick the dream and go on your own. There are many people who've lost dreams because they shared it. They wanted to move along with many people. There are spaces this year that you can just do on your own. Don't share. Don't try to ask, should I do this? Just pick it up and do it. Consider the poem A Dream Deferred by Langston Hughes. Next, do not doubt your potential. You have the power to be the best you can be. Exceed your expectation by overcoming the self-imposed limitation. The salmon fish normally swim up the stream. Many fish swim into the deep sea because it's easy, it's soft, it's nice. But not the salmon. They swim up the stream, up the river, where the current is strongest, where the force of nature is most concentrated, and they struggle up the stream. It is painful, it's a struggle, it requires a lot of effort. But once it gets over to the stream, it can easily find a safe haven to lay its eggs. Therefore, the young ones of the salmon, they grow undeterred, unaffected by predators, because they have overcome the obstacles that predators fear. Therefore, wherever they stay, predators don't even attempt to go there because it is far up the cliff and into the current. No one attempts to. Potential is limitless and likely untapped. Which spot on earth do you think is the wealthiest? Is it the oil fields of Libya? Is it the gold mine of Makalda, Migori? Is it the vast lake field Namlelwe of Nyanza? Is it the stone mining spots of Siburi, Karachuonyo? Where is the most wealthy spot on earth? I'd say it is the grave. This is a place where you find lost souls who did not accomplish their dreams, architects who died before they drew their best plans, songs which are unsung because people died without completing them, students who've died out of depression. They couldn't finish their courses, difficult courses in high school. Why? Because in the grave you find people who died without accomplishing their dreams. The key in life is to accomplish your dreams regardless of the circumstances. In every seed there's a tree. In every fish there's a school. In every boy there's a man. In every girl there's a woman. In every cow there's a herd. In every lion there is a pride. Tragedy strikes when a tree dies in a seed. A pride dies in a lion. A herd dies in a cow. And a man dies in a boy. There are two books that I love most, and if you read them, they'll change your life. The first one is called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. This book talks about a shepherd who was in a church, went to look for a great treasure, went round and round, was robbed, encountered a lot of dissipating occurrences, and finally he decided to go back to the church where he was at the beginning and realized that the treasure he was looking for was right there in that church. Many times in life, the treasure we look for is right where we are. Start with the circumstances you have, start with the resources you have, and start with the money in your hands. Start with what you can find in your surrounding and build a great life out of that. The second book is called The Richest Man in Babylon. It's written by an excellent writer. Find it and read it. You learn the 5 laws of gold and the 7 cures of a lean purse. And then you've learned how to make your money work for you, to sustain your money, to build a good dwelling place for yourself, then in 2023 you'll have a good life. Last but not least, you do not owe the world an explanation. Responsibly live your life the way you please. Life is like playing a piano. First, you learn to play by the rules, and once you know the rules, forget about the rules and you play from the heart. All the best.